Yo, everybody, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Man United Central, and I'm super excited that you're back here to get your updates when it comes to our Man United. Guys, this is my reaction on the match and all the craziness that goes on at Man United. There's never going to be just a normal day without drama. When I say drama, I mean Ten Hag versus Sancho. That is drama. But of course, the main important thing is we played Arsenal yesterday, and this is my 2 cents about the game. All right, Arsenal 3, Man United 1. Yes, disappointing. I know we are all disappointed with how we lost, but there are some positives to take from that game, right? I watched that game yesterday, afterwards I say, you know what, let me just relax, let me just soak it in, and then, give you my 2 cents today. All right, so let's start with the positives. The team in total, we were able to control that game, right? If you watch that game and then you compare it to the game against Wolves, it's a total different team, right? The team was more compact. We were able to control the ball. We were able to contain the press. When I say contain the press is, guys, man, I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday, Onana, and the way he's so calm under pressure, it is amazing. And playing the ball from the back, that basically the way he was playing yesterday, right? He was able to, even Arsenal, the whole team knew, like, look, there's no point of pressing this guy because he's that good on the ball. He was able to just calmly get the ball, send it to Eriksen, moving the ball around. So we were able to, absorb that pressure whenever it happened with Arsenal. And Arsenal knew about it. The way we were playing, they were like, there's no point of pressing these guys, or pressing Onana because it's that good. You can't get to him. And even Pep had mentioned, like, look, Onana on the ball, he's that good, right? So that was positive, seeing that we're able to move the ball. Like, honestly, yesterday, we should have won that game because Arsenal, even though we were at their house, they couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything. We were able to contain them, right? Yes, Rashi scored that first goal. We were like, okay, boom, we're getting somewhere. That was a beautiful goal by Rashi. But our defense, again, went to sleep. I think they were still celebrating, and Arsenal were right back. And that was deflating because, you know what? I think some of us were still celebrating yesterday after that first goal went in because, you know what? Nobody expected us to, go up, one up that, at that point. Okay, Arsenal came back, they grew into the game. Okay, and later in the second half, of course, Garnacho comes in, and boy, did you guys enjoy seeing our number 9, Rasmus Højlund. Oh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic seeing him out there because comparing him to Martial, playing with your back against the goal, the way Højlund was being able to, was pressuring Gabriel. Gabriel's a big dude, and Højlund is also a big dude, and he's strong. He was able to be physical, right? And that is it's a very different way of playing because Martial is not that kind of a striker. He's not going to be there to, push defenders around, be like, hey, say, to enforce yourself that you were there. Because all these defenders, when they play us, they'll be like, okay, Martial's not going to do that. Okay, Rashi may come on the left and maybe Anthony on the right. Martial will drop. He's not going to give us that much problems. But Højlund is going to be a problem. Based on that one game, he's going to be a problem to defenders because he's quick and he's strong, right? And we saw that way he was, fighting with Gabriel. It was fantastic to see, and that is something that we were missing, and it's something that is going to be key in our game going forward, right? Even Ten Hag later on, he was saying that, look, Højlund was, he's going to be a problem, right? So fast forward to the 87th minute, Højlund picked out by an expert Casemiro pass on the counter down the right channel. Højlund cut inside and almost got past Gabriel, but that was one time that we almost scored, right? Because Gabriel could not really deal with him, right? And let me see, when did we almost score? Yeah, on the 88th minute. This I'm reading this according. This is from the Man United website. It said Rasmus Højlund produced a magical touch. Remember that touch? Like he got the ball and it the back heel. So basically, magical touch in the center circle with the back of his heel to set Casemiro free in the lead up to Alejandro Garnacho's goal, which was then disallowed by VAR. VAR, you know, if that goal stood, it would have been a whole different ball game. Guys, it's hot. I'm chilling. Today is like one of the hottest days around here. I'm like sweating like crazy. But yeah, besides the point. Anyway, so yeah, man. So if that goal stayed, man, it would have been fantastic. But again, you know, it didn't. So 99th minute, after United basically conceded a cruel second goal, and then that goal, man, the second goal from which was their Declan Rice from that corner. Come on, man. I mean, yes, Onana should have gotten to it, but again, it was deflected. So what can you do? They scored, and then of course the third was, what can you do? We were trying to, you know, equalize, and we got, you know, they countered us, and Gabriel Jesus is, you know, pretty much told told Diogo Dalot to sit down and then, you know, put the ball through. So again, Jesus is a good striker, and he scored. But all in all, the team is looking like it's coming together. Yes, we had tremendous injuries. I mean, can you imagine? Like, we are playing the last part of that game with two of the worst defenders. You have Maguire and Evans, the slowest of the slow, you know, being our only defenders. That was, I mean, you can't do much. That can never happen again. Like, I know Ten Hag had no choice, but maybe Reguilon would have been a better choice than bringing in Evans, because Maguire is a brick, so he cannot run. And then now you bring in Evans. Oh my God, that was terrible, you know, and we got punished. That's how it is. So I really hope that Lindelof is not out for too long, and also Licha is not out for too long, because we cannot afford to see Evans and Maguire in our defensive two again, because it's going to be a disaster. We're always going to get scored on, right? So hopefully that will never happen. But the good thing is, it's an international break. The players have time. They may heal in time, because the next game that comes up is Brighton, and then we'll go to Bayern. Can you imagine that? So we need our defenders back, because, oh boy, you know, it's going to be disaster seeing Maguire back there with Evans. All right, let's pivot to the main thing here that we were talking about, guys, about the drama at United. Jadon Sancho, man, oh my God. So what is this story about? Jadon Sancho, Erik Ten Hag was asked, okay, you know, yes, after we lost yesterday, so what's the deal? You know, with Jadon Sancho? It was like, look, Jadon Sancho was not selected because he did not perform to the standards, you know, in training. Because Ten Hag had standards, Jadon Sancho did not perform to standards, so he was not picked. Now, flip a few moments later, you know, boom, Ten Hag, Jadon Sancho puts in a statement. So this, I'm reading this from Sky. Basically, the article is saying that scapegoat Sancho hits back after Ten Hag reveals training concern. So Jadon Sancho has struggled for consistent form since moving from Borussia Dortmund, right? He's only scored 12 goals in 82 appearances, right? And we paid a whole bunch of money. So Jadon Sancho has claimed he has been a scapegoat for a long time, as Manchester United winger hits back at boss Erik Ten Hag for saying that he was dropped for the Arsenal game because of poor training performance. I will put his Jadon Sancho's response right here, so you guys can see it and read about it yourself. You know, that way you can get the full picture if you haven't seen it. But basically, he was saying that he's being used as a scapegoat, right? So the article continues here. It's saying that the 23-year-old did not travel to London, which we know. That's why, you know, and he was dropped. Okay. So the article says Sancho was conspicuous by his absence from the squad, having come off the bench in the first 3 matches, right? Let's see here. So according to Ten Hag, it says that you have to reach a level every day at Manchester United, and we can make choices in front line. So for this game, he was not selected, right? So the article says written in X, formerly the Twitter, Sancho said, "Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I have conducted myself in the training very well this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't get into. I have been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. All I want is to play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team." Okay, guys, so here's the deal. Okay, if Sancho feels that he has been conducting himself perfectly, he's been training well, but Sancho, you're not the coach. The coach is telling you that you have not. That is why he was not picked, So if he's not picked for footballing reasons, you have to take that, okay? You don't jump on social media and put in your 2 cents out there, because it's not a profession. Because next thing, that's why everybody now is talking about another drama, in our club, because there's always drama going on. By him posting that on social media, now, okay, you're going against your manager, right? You're going against the manager, contradicting him in public. Instead of you being the big man and say, you know what? Ooh, fly. Being the big man and say, hey, tomorrow morning you march on Ten Hag's office and say, hey, boss, listen, what you said is not true. I've been doing this. That you handle it behind the scene, not out in public like that. Because when the coach says that, it means, hey, it could be that Ten Hag was also frustrated, that he didn't have much choice on the bench, right? The bench, he had what? Hannibal and Gore, kids. So he didn't have much choice because Jadon Sancho was not performing according to standard. So Ten Hag put that out there. But Jadon Sancho responding like that on social media, look, if it was back then when Alex Ferguson was the coach, it would have been over for Jadon Sancho, right? It would have been over for Jadon Sancho, because you cannot go against your manager like that, or go against Alex Ferguson like that. So I'm seeing reports that, hey, they're gonna Ten Hag is gonna have clear the air talk with Jadon Sancho here in the near future. So we'll see what happens there. But the way he put that statement out there in social media, to me, it shows like, look, this is the beginning of the end of Jadon Sancho, right? Because we saw what happens when you go against the manager like that, right? Because we saw with the Ronaldo situation, and now with him, right? Jadon Sancho really, even if he leaves, I won't really complain much, because he hasn't lived up to the hype of the amount of money that we paid for him, right? So to me, you guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the Jadon Sancho situation. Do you think that, he was right to put the statement out there, or Ten Hag was not right to put his player out there like that, or, when he was asked. But again, he's a manager. He did not see what he liked. He said, look, man, this guy was not ready. And Sancho is one of the highest paid players in the club. I think he's paid over 300,000 a week. Now, whenever you get one of the highest paid players in the Premier League, in the team like Man United, it means you're one of the highest paid players in Europe. Because Man United, we throw money at players. So being the highest paid player, it is unacceptable not to give you 100% at training. That way you can be selected, right? I saw an article somewhere, one of the ex-players was saying, look, one thing is, the golden rule is this: never give a reason to your coach for him not to pick you, right? So Sancho obviously gave the reason to Ten Hag not to pick him, because he was not delivering, right? So you guys let me know again in the comments below what you guys think about this whole saga, Ten Hag versus Sancho. There's always drama at United, guys. I will keep you posted as news breaks. Do me a favor, as you at this point, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and then that way you do not miss any new videos. Now, do me a favor. There's a video that's going to pop up here. YouTube thinks that you, sir and ladies and kids and everyone, will enjoy. So hang on, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.